thanking the cards for being in our circle tonight, giving us an alternative message, another way of hearing the things that we need to hear. We trust in what comes through, for we know that the cards do not lie. And we thank the tarot for being in our circle tonight. So I'm going to start with our present card, our past card. 9 of Swords. 9 is a number of rebirth. Think 9 months in the womb, talking about womb energy, water energy, sacral chakra. And this is about grounding in to a new version of ourself, and also using the swords to cut ties with old versions of ourselves that no longer serve. Remember, this is our past card. So we have to think about rebirthing from our past, severing from our past, reprogramming. This means cutting ties with people, places, and things that don't support your dreams and don't support your next evolution. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but new moons are always a time of new beginnings. So if you need to make change, do it now. Make the change gently. Remember, Pisces is a sensitive sign. It's a delicate sign. It's a loving sign. You can always make change gently. You can always cut ties and move on with grace and peace. So embrace that process as you do what you need to do to become the next version of your evolution. Our next 2 cards are reversed. For the present card, we have the reversed Knight of Pentacles. Anytime we have the Knight, we're going to war, we're going to battle, we're feeling challenged. Anytime we have the Pentacles, it's around money, finance, success, prosperity, maybe luck and fortune. So when we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, we might be going to work or going to battle or doing a lot, taking a lot of action for not a lot of return. So I want you to think about the ventures that you're on right now and ask yourself if you want to keep working towards those. If you see the total, in picture as something that's really going to support you. It doesn't have to be with money, by the way. It can be with your health. It can be with, more friends and more networking. It can be a lot of different things. But think about how you're working towards things right now, or what you're going to battle on, or what you're working through, and ask yourself if that's really something you want to continue to do. Now, the Knight typically sees victory, so you will probably see victory, but just ask yourself if the win is truly worth it, if the win is and the reward is worth it. Anytime you have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, you're also being asked to ground into your finances, into your abundance, into your dreams that will create that abundance, and into your joy, or a life that has more joy, which is abundance and prosperity too. So this new moon in Pisces, the sign of the dreamer, is also about daydreaming. It's our dream life, what we envision for ourselves, who we want to become, what we want to see with our life, what we want to see unfold. Me and one of my besties were sharing our dreams with each other yesterday so that we could hold space for each other. And these were really detailed dreams that we hadn't specifically gotten detailed on with each other. And it was really exciting to share that and have that support circle. So, it's time to ground in. It's time to not just say, oh, I'd like a better life, or I'd like to be healthier, or I'd like to be happier. It's time to get down to the nitty gritty. How would you like to be healthier? For me, I'd like to not have this parasite issue that I'm going on, right? For, happiness, I don't want to just be happy. I want to feel emotionally stable all the time and not be anxious and overwhelmed, to not let my past haunt me, right? I don't just want to be prosperous or financially abundant. I want to be able to have all the things that I want without taking away the distraction from what's important, right? So we have to get down to the nitty gritty of our dreams. We have to really make them specific and think about exactly what we want. But the Knight of Pentacles comes in right now to say, this is the work that you need to do. This is where you need to go to battle. Go to battle with your open-ended imagination and harness it. Notice the horse on the card. Harness things down into your reality where you can focus and take one path, or a strong path, towards really making this your desired reality. Finally, we have for our future card the inverted High Priestess. Notice the number 2. Duality, highs and lows, ups and downs, sun and moon. This is Pisces season. This is what we're going to navigate over the next 4 weeks. So the High Priestess says, hey, it's time to ground in to your spiritual practices as well. Not only the faith in your dreams and the work towards your dreams of abundance and financial stability and financial support, but ground into your spiritual support. Get your guides around you, get your protectors, call on your angels, say your prayers, do your mantras, do your practices, do whatever you need to do, get in tune with the moon, right? There's a little moon on the card there. This priestess, she is reading from a book and she is eating from a pomegranate. She is enjoying the fruits of life while taking in the knowledge of life and sharing it with others. This is a time for you to go where you feel called when it comes to your spirituality, but make sure that it's grounding you into being a more stable person, and that it's also something that enhances your own inner truths and inner wisdom. This is also a card showing up to say, hey, make sure that you're enhancing your spiritual gifts, your psychic gifts, your intuition right now, because you're going to be challenged. Again, this is coming after reverse Knight of Pentacles, but you're going to be challenged likely with your beliefs, with your truths, with who you actually are. So make sure you're really grounded into that and you don't feel like you're going to be moved or tempted by someone elsewhere. This particular card also indicates that you might have some sort of piece of information unveiled to you that creates a falsity around a truth that you previously knew, or you get a piece of information or somebody says something, a person that you trust says something that turns you off from them, or somebody that you trust or have trusted for a long time or had a really strong relationship with, they might speak something that you find out is not truth anymore, that was actually false. So you need to be grounded into your own spiritual knowledge, your own spiritual truths and opinions, so that you're not feeling disappointed when these outer sources are no longer your truth as well. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I'm just channeling and saying things and I'm just trying to get it out. So hopefully that makes sense. So in a nutshell, sever ties with old ways, old versions of yourself that don't serve. You are moving into your next rebirth. You are moving into a better version of yourself, and you are healing your generational bloodline and karma along the way. Make sure that you're grounded into whatever you're working on and pursuing so that it continues to support you. Make sure that you aren't doing more work than is needed to get the gain of success. And make sure that you're focusing your energy on things that will bring you more abundance, fortune, joy, and prosperity. And ground into your spiritual truths, your spiritual gifts, your spiritual knowledge, your spiritual practice. And let that be the grounding and foundation for anything that you develop as your core truth and being moving forward.